Hey, it's Coach Paul Serranos here, and in this video, we're going to go over how to track your body weight, your belly circumference, and your progress photos. These are three of the most important things you can track that's going to show how your body is transforming. Body weight alone doesn't tell the whole story, neither does belly circumference and photos, but taken together, you can tell if the weight that you're losing is fat, muscle, both. But if you're losing weight, let's say you're not losing weight, but your belly circumference is getting smaller and your progress photos are showing improvement, then you're losing fat and building muscle. That's why we don't just look at weight. And also I made a custom sheet because I want to take the average of each week, and we look at the average, and I can show you in the chart. And this is my chart filled out for almost 1,000 days, and you're going to have the same thing that's blank. So you'll be able to fill yours in. And I'm glad I've had it for 2.5 years, and I have a lot of great data from it. You can see the daily measurements are in red, the weekly average is in blue, and the black line is my target. This was a bulk. I was trying to gain weight. I got to 250 pounds. And then in November, I turned it down, decreased my carb intake, kept my protein high, kept lifting, and got down to 230 for my birthday. Bounced off that again and again and again, and then just in like the last week or two, busted below 225. And you can see in the most recent weigh-in, blasted back up to 230 because I had a big meal with a lot of carbs. And so that'll happen, holding no more water weight. Here's the chart for the past 2.5 years. I could tell you a lot of stories from this, but I'm not going to go into those details. And then here's the belly circumference from the past, about a year or so. And you can see the belly circumference went up and came back down just like my weight did. But if you go into the chart here, you can see the dates here, and it goes all the way back to October of 2021. I have progress photos from all that time, all my weights, the average, and then the goal body weight you fill in here. And you can see you don't have to put one in every day. You can put one in every week, every 10 weeks, every 20 weeks, whatever, and that shows in the chart here. So you could pick a point here and then pick, 10 weeks later and pick the point down here. But you will do that in this great chart here. So there's another one, 231, 240 pounds. And you can see more recently, I'm shooting for, a pound, 1.2 pounds per week. And then I had a flat part there where I was going to just, stay at 232 pounds. And then I was going down back to 225 pounds and then keep it at 225 pounds. Let's jump into how you get yours. It's on this sheet in the classroom. This is in the course, Getting Started with Fitness Basics, Progress Tracking. You know where you are. You're probably watching it now. But down here, you can get your own in pounds or in kilograms, centimeters. So if you open the pounds one, you make a copy of Google Sheets, and then you'll be able to start editing it and filling it in. So all you have to do is put in a starting date. It has to be a Monday. So Monday this week was May 20th, and there you go. Today's date is shown here. It's the 22nd. If you accidentally put a day that's not a Monday, it will say pick a Monday. So I'm going to hit Control Z and undo that. And just put in your starting weight, and then you can make a goal. So if your goal, and this is a 6-month sheet, so if your goal in 6 months is to say 200 pounds, that's aggressive, but it's doable. And then here in the chart, you can adjust this axis here. So start at 250 and go down to 200. And now you see that line. Now say if you wanted to put a break in there, say, I'm going to take a break at August 1st and kind of go flat and then finish off. So let's see how that works. August 1st, let's just say we expect to get to halfway, 225. And 2 weeks later, let's do 3 weeks later, we'll hit 225, and then we'll continue on. So there, you gave yourself a little break, made the lines a little steeper, but now you have a break, and then it continues on. So you can make it as granular as you want. You can put, every week you can put a target in there. But one thing to note is as you fill this in, try to do it every day. You'll get the average once you put in 3 dates. So if you skip a day, that's fine. But try to get it every day because no single day tells the whole story. So I'm just kind of making numbers up. Let's say you're entering your belly circumference, 33 inches, whatever you are, 32.5, and you can put in your photos. I'll show you how to do all of that. But I just wanted to show you that you're already seeing the numbers here on the chart, and you're trying to match that blue line to the black. And you want to ignore the day-to-day fluctuations in the red. It can tell you if you're heading the right direction or not, but again, a big swing in the red is not a big deal. And people really freak out if they see a big swing up, and it's just water weight. And in fact, the times that you lose a lot of weight is going to be because you peed a lot that night. And all of a sudden, your weight's going to be a lot lower. But you could the number on the scale could go up even if you're doing everything right and you're losing body fat, because your body can easily hold on to 5 to 10 pounds of water, or let go of a few pounds of water too. It goes both ways. And that water weight hides what's actually happening with your belly or your body fat or your muscle. So that's why we take the average and we look at the long-term trends and we ignore the day-to-day fluctuations. So let's watch a video where I show how I measure all these and enter them in on the app on my phone. So first, I move the rug out of the way because you want to weigh yourself on the hard floor. This is a cheap $20 scale I use. I don't really recommend using a scale that measures body fat percentage. It's just not very accurate. It could show trends, but I wouldn't buy in too much to those numbers, even the fancy ones at the gym. I measure it for myself just to see what it says. It's all over the place, especially when you're like under 10%. Like it'll put me at 3 and then 7 and then 12. Like, oh, it's all over. So I'm just like, I can't trust it. So I step off and just step on again. 99% of the time, it's the same weight. And if I pick up my bottle of water, it'll show that. So it's pretty precise. So I immediately pick up my phone, open Google Sheets. If you don't have it, you can download it in the Apple Store or the Android Store. Here I have my sheet saved as Paul Serrano's body weight. And then use your fingers to scroll around and pinch and open it. And then the green cell shows today's date. So I click that cell here, and then I click the little pencil down here, and you can enter in the weight. And so I was 230.2 pounds this morning. So then this arrow is supposed to be pointing at Fitbit. I open Fitbit, and then I hit the little plus button, and I hit weight, and then I enter my weight in there. It automatically shows you yesterday's weight, and I click that and put in 230.2, and I hit save. And I can scroll down and open weight in Fitbit, and it shows me the same weights that I enter in Google Sheets. Again, I use Google Sheets because I can make that trend line where I have a target, not just like in Fitbit, you just enter your target body weight, 230 pounds. Okay, well, it doesn't show you the trend or what line you're trying to match. So I'm bouncing here, under and over 230 pounds. It's like, great job. And it's like, oh, keep going. Great job, keep going. Like, no. And then if you cancel your Fitbit subscription, you don't get this data. So that's why I put everything in Google Sheets. I own it. I can control it. I can do whatever I want with it. And if you get a coach, you can share all that data with your coach. And it's going to be super beneficial to have that. So let's see. After you close out Fitbit, you can actually open Trainerize. And I just do this to show you all my Fitbit data is synced in Trainerize. So again, if you're having a coach can see this. There's all your body weight. You can see your sleep, your steps, everything from Fitbit is shown in Trainerize. So now that we've logged body weight, you can do that every day. You can see it takes like 30 seconds. And I look forward to it. It's fun to see what the weight's going to be. Because you know why? I usually have a guess of what's going to be. And then, when it's not that, I'm like, oh, well, why? Why did I gain 5 pounds? So obviously, I had a huge dinner with a ton of carbs last night. And sometimes, like, why did I lose so much weight? It's like, oh, I got up and peed like 3 times last night. Crazy. So it's just kind of fun. You start looking back and like, okay, this is why that happened. And sometimes you have no idea. Sometimes you just don't know. But it keeps things interesting in the morning. So this is the belly circumference tape I use. You can use it on your biceps, measure your neck, your thighs, your calves. Those you can measure if you're trying to make it bigger, maybe once a month. But I measure my waist every week, especially if you're losing weight. The waist or belly circumference is going to tell you a big part of the story. So technically your waist is a couple inches above your belly button. It's the narrowest part of your torso. But if you have a belly, you might want to just stay consistent and measure at your belly button. Whatever point you choose, just be consistent with it. Don't try to suck in or stick out or flex. Just be relaxed and do the same thing every time. So again, find the date is shown in the green. Go over to the right, scroll over to the belly circumference column and click on that cell. And then you'll click the pencil in the bottom right. Then you can edit that cell. So 33, you don't have to put in inches. It'll automatically put in inches for you. So just put the numbers in. So I've already logged my belly circumference. Now I'm going to take progress photos. I use this little tripod. This thing's great. It's under 15 bucks. I have like 5 of them. I have them all over my house. I use them. I hold them when I'm talking to someone on the phone, FaceTiming. I use them for reading. I use them for taking pictures like this. They're really nice to have. And they have a little remote so you can take a photo standing away from it. So here I just pulled off the remote, turned it on. I'm pushing the button just to make sure it's actually taking photos. And then I set it up so that the rear-facing camera is facing me and I can see the screen in the mirror. So I know I'm like in the frame. Now it's okay to take progress photos holding the phone in the mirror like this. It's going to be a little grainier, but it works fine. It's harder to take side and rear photos like that. But look at me at 245. I'm pretty beefy. And you'll see the difference. And, just your muscles lose water, and so your muscles aren't as big. But it's inflammation all around. I didn't lose any strength. I lost just a lot of extra water and inflammation in my body, and it feels better being lighter, I tell you. So step back with the remote, push the button. There's the front photo, done. Turn to the side photo, done. Turn around, rear photo, done. Not flexing or anything, just relaxed. Sometimes I do flex, which is fine if I'm feeling extra flexy. So then I open Google Sheets again. I click on the big cell for the front-facing picture, hit that plus button, hit image in cell from photos, and then you select the front-facing photo, and then you select the next cell, plus button, image in cell from photos, select the side image, then scroll over, hit the final column for the rear-facing plus image in cell from photos, select the rear-facing photo. And that's it. Then you can go through, look at all your old photos, look at your data, just compare yourself. It's just fun to have all this data, to look back on your past and to look at your heavier days, your lighter days. You hit that check mark in the upper left corner to kind of close out your scrolling, and that pulls up the list or all the charts. And I have a chart called charts, and that's where I have, all the data plotted for the past, 7 months on the top and 2.5 years on the bottom. And again, look at the spikes in the red day-to-day data. That's totally normal for me. So this is represented by this red box here. So, I lost a lot of weight, and then here was kind of, I had my birthday, so I wanted to eat more, and kind of bounced off 230 a few times, and then finally broke past 225, and now my new norm hopefully is going to be kind of bouncing around 225 because it's a healthier body weight, lower blood pressure, feel better conditioning. I would probably live 5 to 10 years, maybe more longer, weighing 225 than I would weighing 245. So just a lot less wear and tear on the body. And just pointing out the spike from today, you just got to laugh. Just like, yeah, I had a great big meal. It was fun. Great big meal, a lot of fun. It's going to drop just as fast. And the bottom shows the belly circumference, which, this corresponds to this, and you can see the belly circumference drops along with the body weight. No surprise there. So that's in a nutshell. You have your copy here. You can rename it whatever you want. But that's yours. You will be able to share this with the coach if you ever get coaching. Otherwise, it's yours. It's private. Do whatever you want with it. But as you fill it out, there's a link at the bottom. If after 6 months you have run out of space, click this link, and it's a video that shows you how to add more rows. So you can go on forever, like I do. So every 3 or 4 weeks, I add more rows and just extend it out, and the graphs adjust automatically. And here you have a link to my body chart, so you can see what's my latest weight. It's always going to be updated. I'm going to update it, every day with new body weight, and every week with the belly circumference and progress photos. And you can go through and look at all of my photos from the past. And I've made it so you can't copy it, but you can screenshot it. I don't know. But enjoy and use this. This is great to have this tool to track your progress. And at the end of the day, focus on the process. But this information will tell you if your process needs adjustment, or if maybe you're not executing your process as well as you should. So that's why we take data. The data doesn't lie. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.